Alright, let's see if we can get a pose out of this guy. I've saved it and hidden a few things just to get us started. Oh, man, every time with this camera. That'll do. Okay. Did we start streaming? Okay, perfect. Alright, let's combine all this together. This might take a while. I tried the merge visible but didn't work. And even if this goes successfully, I might still do a bit of work on him. But I just kind of want to see what we can get. How many teeth are there? So, not really sure how we're going to pose, but we'll give it a go. So I'm thinking we do something like... It's not going to be big enough to move. I mean, do we just make him? I'm just wondering if we make him like really small, so then we can move whole bits. feel like this has not worked at all. It's kind of what we get. See, this is why I feel like I need to pose things a little earlier. Alright, let's delete that. I don't think there's a just see if there's which version is this. Okay, so maybe there is the Z spheric, and then that. Okay. Transparency on, ghost off. Let's I guess we'll do this. This will be interesting. I don't think I've ever used this before. Put that there. Put that there. And then we'll do nope. And then we come down to rigging, and then blend mesh. Okay. So if we move that, oh, it does move the head. That's cool. It's very laggy. Alright, so we're gonna have to do this in small movements, I think. The computer can't handle it, but I think this is good. This is a lot better than me trying to move things. Let's come back here. Okay. So we will leave the body in the center. We'll select this one and we will go X off. That, and then that one. Still want this to be wish it would give you the normal tools. I want this to... Oh, there we go, there we go. the head is still in the middle. Maybe just slightly to the left. That. So think so let's just say that's the final one. I think if I click this one, okay. So I mean, we really stretched a lot of that model, especially around here. So we probably need to do a better rig. And obviously that's probably not how I pose it anyway, but we're getting somewhere. And then it did say that like, if you, well, it seemed to think that you could do it without, so I wonder if, so that, is that affected? I don't think so. I think that's still fine. Let's try some of the rocks. Does it look like these were affected? I don't think so. No, so those all look fine. Okay, it did say that we can do this. So for this, I collapsed everything in and we got real bad warping, so we might have to, so what we'll do is we'll go file, open, no, pose, okay. And now this one all has its subtools. So if we go plugins, okay, and transform, okay. once more. What am I looking for? I thought it was in here. That's so we'll move that to there. Maybe to there. And then we'll go. Probably don't need to do this. We're not expecting the spikes to bend, but we could add some bend into it. I want so far so good. I'm just wondering if I really need one at every single joint here or not. And why sometimes it doesn't want to do the symmetry thing. This takes more concentration than I thought it would. I think we're getting there. So this might be a bit better. What do we do? This one, oh, and then rig. Give it a second. Okay. I think that's done now. So if we go this one, okay. There's one in here that I want to click on, but it won't. There we go. No, no, no. It's better. Okay, so if the head is there, okay, this is going to be hard. So I'm going to have to move every part of this. It's hard to see. So we've got a bit of change. Can we just rotate this? See, I don't want to rotate it that way. Yeah, that's not the way I want to rotate it. Guess we just have to move it down. So I think this is definitely better. So there's a bit of a curve. It's just we want to move it. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Just it's not the pizza. Okay, that should be fine. And then what do I do? Text. Plugins. Do I turn this on? Okay, so you can just hit this. It gets to every subtool. Okay. So how bad does this actually look? Okay, the face is a bit wonk. Yeah, so when we pull into here a lot, it becomes very wonky. But I mean, they're not too, like that won't be too hard to fix. We can fix the eyes. that's not too bad. So I think we really need to decide on what kind of pose we're going to do. I think it's things like the teeth. But I think if you go undo, right, it'll... Yeah, and then we just move them into place. Okay. So that's not too bad. I was worried about how the posing would go, and I think it's not too bad. But there's still a little bit of detail that I want to do, so let's go in and go open, no. So most of it being in the face. I mean, it kind of looks fine just standing up, if I'm honest, but I mean, actually, that's a good point. Let's do it. Yeah, so a lot of the other models can be very intricately posed. Yeah. So there are very basic ones that just sort of have a bit of a turn in them. And then ones that are like fully curved over. I guess I should probably find something that I think when I do the pose, I'll take all the spiky bits off. Teeth, eyes, and we'll just do the body and the plates. Do the pose, put all the other bits back. Or rather pose it as is and then undo the movement in the subtools and then add them back in, because they should be in a relatively similar spot when you undo them. We'll choose a pose that fits the type of worm that it is as well. So I mean, he's kind of droopy, so probably something with a droopy look to it. But let's hide these because I don't need this. Don't need that. And then hide this. And then the tail. Hi there, ZBrush Princess. Just doing some modeling on some miniatures for I guess a board game that I'm trying to work on. But yeah, just gonna finish off on some details, and then was just testing the posing out before. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Should be. Yeah, I mean, I've been into miniatures for quite a while now, and with technology these days and being able to print your own miniatures, I wanted to give it a go. And yeah, the Keystone Guardian that's just above the text chat there is a miniature that I've developed and made, and been printing for people, and yeah, having a go at making more and seeing where that leads. With a name like ZBrush Princess, I assume that you're also into ZBrush. Is that for character design or for game stuff, or just interested in 3D modeling as well? Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. So you're... Do I like Substance Painter? I've actually never used it, and it's a bit of a shame because I've seen some really good work with it. Oh, you're 3D highlights. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I've never used Substance Painter. I've seen people use it. I feel like I'm missing a step though. Like I only do ZBrush sculpts, and I don't really follow a traditional workflow, and I think you need to have different layers of model detail to use Substance Painter, because you still need UVs and things like that. I mean, God, I forgot about that. Preferences, screensaver off. Yeah, I mean, I have it on my wish list, I think, for Steam. And I know you can buy it on their store, but I've got other things on here as well. Yeah, you definitely need UVs and low poly retopology. Yeah, correct. I just don't know. I just don't know enough about the process to do that. I used to use 3D Max. I used 3D Max when I studied, and then it became out of my price range to own, so I don't own it anymore. Yeah, so just showing my age, but I studied and learnt 3D Studios Max back in 2007, 2008, and then used it both personally and professionally for about 3 years with the license that I had for study, and then that lapsed and it's way out of my budget to purchase. Yeah, well, I mean, and that's what I'm hoping to do as well. Like I've kind of fallen out with pretty much everything 3D, and really just on like personal things. So eventually I'll get around to visiting some more 3D artists on Twitch if they're there as well. Yeah, thank you. But while you're here, I'll just save this. I'll show you some of the other stuff we've been working on as well. I do have an art station. It's not with this channel. I'd actually have to look it up. Art station. Yeah, I think I don't think I have anything new on the art station. Yeah, Transylvania, I've heard of it. Dark art's always interesting. I've done like a little bit. I don't think I have any examples without finding a hard drive, but favorite artist. I'm not good with names. I struggle with that a lot. Do I know Lewis Rowe? Maybe? I feel like I've seen some of this before, but I didn't know the name. I don't know if I have any favorites. Dark artists. I'm sure if I actually looked up the names, like anyone that's worked on, I wouldn't call it dark. I mean, some of it is a little bit, but anyone that worked on like the Warhammer or Warhammer 40k stuff, I've probably got books and books of that in there in the bookcase. And who else? Obviously the Dark Souls artists. I don't know if there's anyone famous there. It might just be Form Software artists, but all of that stuff's cool. But what was I doing? I just want to show off some of the other stuff that we're working on. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, Blizzard artists, I guess Chris Metzen. I've followed him, I suppose, since sort of Warcraft 3 era, and then one of his D&D projects as well. Very, very talented person. As well as the Worm, we've got this guy. This guy's a little goofy, but I kind of like him. Let's get rid of the pot. And this. Yeah, so he's sort of a mix. Well, he's just a elongated mole. So the other characters that I want to make miniatures for will be, to start with, will be moles. So the game itself is still being fleshed out, but it will be, I believe in my mind it will be a 3v1 sort of D&D style game. So these will be one of the enemy types carrying that big pot, so sort of well posed, sort of leaning back kind of pose, I think, once he's actually posed up as well. And then I don't think I have anything else for that project. And then some D&D miniatures that I've been working on. I guess this would count as dark art, but probably not quite to the extent that you've done before. Yeah, he's very Pixar-ish. So this is a mimic treasure chest. Why is that still there? I don't need my Hodag symbol. So again, it's kind of a cross between cartoony but also obviously a little dark. Sort of very stylized teeth and eyes, and then the more human-like hands and fingers and stuff. So I like this. This took a little while to get together, and it still needs to be posed. But literally just before you came on, I started working on a few pose things as well. So I'm getting used to that. But what's your favorite ZBrush brush? In the default ones, if I'm outlining things, I have grown attached to the damn standard brush. I think that's really neat. And then for very quick sort of texture noise as well, the other brush that I like is the crumple brush, because you can just move it up and down and get some really good textures. Like I did that on the rocks that were part of the worm here. So let's grab one of those. So it probably needs a bit more geometry. So like with the crumple brush, I had it selected. I can literally start making some rock. And then if it becomes too much, I can smooth it back, but you get like rock textures really quick. You can use it for like paper, or you could use it for wood. Like it's really versatile brush. Yeah, it's great. I've used it a lot. And then obviously damn standard brush is very tight. And I am still getting used to using alphas, but I did use them on this. So I've made a base for some of the miniatures, which can be upscaled obviously in 3D programs, but put the logo on the bottom. I like others. Yeah, exactly. You can use them for like skin textures. Like I think some of the default ones. Just go to brush standards. I mean, even some of the default ones are good. Like you've got some. This one's good for adding noise. And then, I mean, yeah, any of these, like rock textures, veins, you can use that for veins, things like that. But, yeah, I've got a few projects on the go, as you can tell. It's just hot, and I find myself sort of struggling to get through the heat really, but that's why I have sorry for the aircon sounds, because without it it would be unbearable. But let's get back to what we were actually doing. I have used fiber mesh before, only once. I'll see if the model's on here just quickly. Where would it be? So another worm. And then I've got fiber mesh on the, just under the chin there. So if I actually render this, oh no, I need to, how do I see it? Oh, do I just have it, maybe I just have a picture. Yeah, and like there's heaps of texture work and alpha work on this guy as well. Like especially like here, like these are just the default ones that I've used. Where is the? I'm just seeing if I have a render with the fiber mesh, but I don't know if I do. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it there. But, oh, this is... Oh, I'm just going to show this as well. Yeah, I had someone else come in a few days ago saying that they were doing 2D. Yeah, no, that's not a problem, 2D artwork. And the one thing that I suggested, if you haven't already got it, is there's a book called The Artist's, I think it's called The Artist's or Animator's Survival Guide. And if you don't have it, I would recommend it. And I did have it here. I mean, if you're sticking around, I can get the book, but it's a great asset for 2D art. Here it is, Animator's Survival Kit by Richard Williams. Is very big, and this is the extended edition. You can see it's been used quite a bit because it's very dirty, but it has everything from walk cycles to stretch and squash. Yeah, it's pretty much a must-have if you are seriously into doing 2D animation. My drawing skills are horrible, so it was not something that I was particularly good at when I was studying, but the book definitely came in handy. Yeah, I believe so. I'm pretty sure he says that he worked at Disney. But it even goes through like a bit of history. Yeah, it's got stuff from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in there as well, so is the book expensive? To be honest, I bought it almost 15, 20 years ago, so probably not then. Let's see. Amazon has it, so this is in Australian dollars, so you'd have to convert it, but it's 58.75 Australian dollars, so whatever currency you're using, you'll have to convert it, so almost 60 Australian dollars. And then in actual retail store, it's about 100, so somewhere between 60 and $100. Yeah, but I mean, it's how many pages? And there's no real appendices. It's 380 pages long, and will take you from bouncing a ball in 2D to full walk cycles. So you're definitely getting your money's worth, I believe. There is another one too that I don't have, which is a Disney specific one as well. And I think both will be good. Obviously that one's more generic, but animation is animation. It's the same principles, it's just different styles at the end of the day. Yes, artistic anatomy books are also good. I don't actually own one. I probably should. But in a unfortunate but also fortunate way, you can get a lot of that information now off the internet. So if $60 to $100 is too much at the moment, I'm sure most of those references will be online, or even a PDF version of that book. which might be a bit cheaper. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Yeah, I mean, holding the book is always nice, and you're not having to rely on having a screen as a reference. If you're drawing with one and don't have a second monitor, you can just have the book next to you and it's there. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm hoping that within the month I can get more models out and actually start putting either some up on sale or see how we go. But yeah, and thank you for joining in. If you'd like to follow, you can get updates on when I'm live again, and I'll look you up when I'm finished as well. So thank you for joining me, though. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck with your 2D. That was good. Always good to have some interaction. Thank you. I will enjoy the rest of my day. It is coming to an end, but I will enjoy it. Thank you. And you too. I have to look up Transylvania. I mean, I think I know where it is, but my geography is not that great. Get these teeth sorted. Wait, 9 o'clock. Okay. Thank you, and I appreciate it. I was I was looking into doing posing and thought, well, I will pose it eventually, but I need to finish the model off first, so just adding in some gums, and then we'll just make sure the rest of the mouth is all good, and I think that was it. Oh, I think I wanted to add some more detail onto the eyes as well, because they feel a bit flat, and kind of get rid of, smooth some of this out as well. But I mean, it's pretty close to being done, I think. smooth this out. Like, I like the ridge up here, but I don't think it needs to follow as deep in the mouth. And then just... do something about this eye as well. The first thing I'm going to do too, and it would be a shame, but is to get a replacement for this drawing pad because it's starting to go, I think. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind if I see or find any 3D artists that do any dark art. Or if I have any recommendations, I'll probably think of stuff like tonight, but yeah, I don't know anyone on Twitch that does it, and I think it would be pretty risky on Twitch depending on how dark you got, but yeah, and I was thinking, because I think you asked about my art station as well. I'll just see if I can actually log in. Just sign in with Google. Here's another account, which we'll do it on. We're getting somewhere. Google verification. Yes, it has loaded. Yeah, so I only have one thing up on ArtStation, and that's this guy. Which, I mean, I could just bring the model in, but obviously an attempt at something from World of Warcraft. Notifications. Tell me that everyone's published. How do you see who's following this website? I'm not sure. I'll work it out anyway. That's okay. Let's finish this. Still can't believe how warm it is, and I had to conditioning on. It's so crazy. It's because it rained yesterday, so the humidity's just picking back up. For anyone who was wondering if I was around yesterday and had crazy day. Yeah, just felt really sick, and basically got home and slept, but should be back to normal now. Though there's no train services at the moment, so I can get home and there's no sort of gym beforehand. I just come back and cook and come join or just start the stream. Let me just BRB just for a second. Alright, be back. I think we're good with this. I think that's going to work, because then that kind of defines the eye a little more. I was actually listening to some music before looking up the tutorial. So whether we do all the way to 10:30, I'm not sure, but we'll see. What I want to do Sorry, just checking something out. Cool. So, why are we missing some of the armor plates? This one, this one, this one, this one is better. Just make sure that pretty much just filling in some gaps. So, trying not to make sure that there's holes like this. But that might be something we do when we pose, because we might add some more like subtools just to finish it off. I think I want deeper, sort of, just a bit of variation. It's not all the same depth here. do the same. I think we're getting a better... I'm not sure on this, but if we soften the edge, maybe that'll be fine. Maybe I do print just a version without posting, just to test it and just see what it actually looks like in physical form as well. Because there is a big difference. I'm just wondering if I can add some detail to this or whether I need to. I mean, obviously smooth off a lot of this as well. I'm just wondering if I like add. No, I probably don't need it. Pretty much just go around smoothing everything. Just for fun. Open up the slicer. Yes. Okay, so I think this one's already sliced, or rather has the supports. Oh, okay, no, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, prepare supports. Let's see what it does with the body. I don't know how this is going to look, but we'll just see what size it brings it in as. Okay, so very, very small. So I'm thinking he'll be so probably not that tall. And we need to adjust for supports. But maybe something like that. So obviously it's missing eyes, missing everything. Okay. I think that'll be a pretty good size. So what size is that? 96. $96 millimeters, so 9.6 centimeters. So I think this guy, let's see, so he's 3.3, so that's almost 3 of him. Yeah, that should be fine. Because we don't add any height with the extra bits, and then the teeth and everything will add a little bit in the Z direction. Oh no, wait, he's not. He's so he's 50. He's 5 centimeters, and he's 150. So that's, yeah, so it is about 3 times as high. Okay. So we just did that. And then from this angle, let's just see what the support generation looks like. So it's not too bad. These will be quite long though. It always interests me that like sometimes it's symmetrical, other times it's not. That's fine. Okay. So he'll be about 150 higher. He's 50. Yeah. Don't save. Yes, as I say, we're not gaining any height. And then obviously the tusk will add a bit of width, but not much, in fact none. So yeah, that'll be good. We normally do 3 hours, but I think we might end it there. Because I want to do some editing as well. But thanks for joining along. We had 1 new follower, which is good, and yeah, catch everyone in the next one tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to do a bit of longer one, and I'll have more planned. But for now, I think that's pretty much it. Still kind of recovering from whatever happened yesterday as well, so we'll build back up. All right, thank you.